These took me, you know, each of these probably took me a week to 2 weeks to build. And I did one section, and then I let it set aside. And then I did another section, and I let it set aside. Sometimes I put them together, or I took them apart and put them back together. Okay, this is a Barbie doll.
Oh.
Really? Yeah, she got melted.
Oh.
She got lit on fire and she melted, and I had to scrape her off the driveway. I painted her with this is a Modern Masters, and this is a Metal Tex. This is a copper paint. This is a water-based paint. It's actually got copper flakes in it. For me, it's about starting with the base. Now, I brought a couple of things. This is this chunk of hardwood, and this stuff is like, you know, this chunk is probably $20 or $30. These are redwood. They're checking a little bit. They're not perfect, but for $5 a piece, you guys can have these. This stuff is, it's less. It's like, I think I bought a 10-foot section for $30, and so that's $3 a foot, and then I cut it and sanded it so that it's pretty much ready to accept a paint, a stain, or you can do whatever you want. You can oil it. This is a lamp base, and this is a really good thing to start with. And I couldn't believe it. I thought I had more than one. I brought all these pieces. These pieces are called all thread. You buy this at the hardware store. All thread. All thread. And this is steel, and it's got it's turned so you can put bolts on it.
How do you know you're not going the wrong direction?
Because it's going where I want it to go.
Yeah, but you can thread it the wrong way. Is that what I just heard?
Oh
no! How far she would have to thread it?
Oh, I'd have to spin it a lot further.
All right.
It would be double. It was like double income, double your pleasure.
Yeah.
She's
Now I'm with
whining
you.
for days.
Now I'm with you.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to watch for that. I know, you guys all want to get back to work. So it's like, hey, you know, that came already drilled. So, I mean, I already have a base. And so then again, it's like, what do we do to, you know, you could do anything. You could add anything onto there. And then again, and I've got this piece, which now makes it way cool. Way cool.
Oh.
Now, this is not something I have planned out, but I'm just showing you. And this is just.
It's like making kebabs.
But you get the idea. This is something solid you can work off of. I can drill and attach stuff to this. I can put bolts in here at any point to make this more solid. These guys, and these have already been cleaned. I've washed them because kids play with these and they get really grubby. So, say we wanted to make a two-headed sheep. So we cut his head off of one sheep, and we're going to attach it to the other one. We're going to cut it off with the Dremels outside, and we're gonna cut, and we may have to cut both heads off and reposition them. What you do is you're gonna cut them off and drill a hole and drill 2 holes into the body. You're gonna drill a hole into each head and maybe use either a toothpick or, if it has to be something solid, you know, some really fine all thread or something. But a toothpick's probably good enough. And glue the toothpick into the 2 heads. And then you're going to drill 2 holes into the body and reattach them. If I've got a good solid base on here and I get this fixed in here, I can drill into this and I can attach things and I can go off of it. Okay, that's okay to do. And I'm just going to go part way. I'm not going to go. It just needs to grab. Okay. Then I need to get the Dremel, and I would cut the heads off. I'm going to mark, I'm going to take the 2 pieces here, and I'm going to mark on here where those need to be. I'm going to cut the heads off, and I'm going to drill 2 holes in here, and then I'm going to put these 2 pieces down into those holes. I'm gonna drill a hole, I'm actually gonna drill a hole bigger than the screw, and I'm just gonna push them down in. And that's why we're talking, we would take a paintbrush or take something, put a little bit of water in the hole, put some Gorilla Glue down there, and then push it in, and I'll put something heavy on top and let it sit, usually half a day or overnight to be sure, but, and then you're really solid. Then I'm gonna attach other things to this. To be sure. This is my secret method for marking where I'm going to drill a hole. Secret. You're all sworn to secrecy. So,
Isn't this brilliant?
It's incredible.
Something so
woo!
sad.
I now have.
I'd still be measuring.
See how hard it is?
And I'm putting a little pressure in here. Yeah, I told you yesterday, I said when the guys, my husband and my son come in my studio and they see me doing stuff and how I figure out, now there's probably some mathematical way to figure out how to place that, but that's how I do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and so there you go. And it could sit like that. It's gorgeous. Oh, I know. The other thing I was going to show you is this is when you go to drill something big and round. Go the right way. I love these things. These are so cool. These are out of my husband's shop. This is an old croquet ball.
Yeah.
Still has a paper on it. When you're drilling through a round ball, that's really dangerous. But I'm going to kind of go, I went with it a little bit, and now I'm going to straighten up. And I'm probably going to wear the battery out on this thing. But you have to kind of go down and come back up. I may end up switching to the other one. This is
We got the van.
a drill. That's when you use the bigger one. I figured you got to use your money's worth here. At the end of the day, I want
It's a
you to
show
be
and
able to
tell.
show the work that you want, whatever you're comfortable showing. If you don't want to show everything, you don't have to. You can be selective. It's up to you.
Mary,
Anybody you know whose this is that left it up at the front of the class? No, just I think it's sided.
Okay, and what should I use? What do I use?
Little nails in the base, and then I drilled his feet. And put this is with the Dremel. This is when I was learning to use the Dremel. I cut it so that this is actually this box is kind of notched in there. And then this is plexiglass, but you use the little, I don't know if you saw